Look up, beyond the glow of your city, beyond the atmosphere of this blue marble. There is a silence so profound, it has a sound of its own. For as long as we have been human, we have looked at the pinpricks of light in the velvet black and asked a single haunting question. Is anyone else out there? We were told that the answer was a mathematical certainty. Billions of stars, trillions of worlds. In such a vast, infinite casino, the house must eventually lose. There must be another Earth, a twin, a paradise waiting for our footprints. We grew up on stories of green forests under purple suns. We called them exoplanets. We labeled them habitable. We gave them names like Kepler and Proxima, as if naming them made them real. But tonight, we face a cold, celestial truth. We are looking at a graveyard. We have scanned the heavens with our greatest machines, yet the more we look, the more the silence grows. We are finding planets by the thousands, yes. But we are not finding homes. We are finding beautiful, terrifying monuments to impossibility. Tonight, we peel back the curtain of scientific optimism. We are going to explore why, despite everything you have been told, there is not a single known habitable world in the entire universe, except this one. And that realization changes everything. We have become victims of our own vocabulary. We use the word habitable as if it means a place where you could breathe and watch a sunset. In the cold language of astrophysics, habitable means one thing: the distance from a star where water doesn't immediately freeze or boil away. It is a measurement of heat, not a measurement of life. Think of a moth circling a flame. There is a specific distance where the moth is warm, but not burning. That is the habitable zone. But the moth is still a moth, and the flame is still a fire. Just because a planet sits in that golden circle does not mean it is a garden. Take Venus. If an alien astronomer looked at our solar system from 40 light years away, they would see Venus sitting comfortably in the sun's habitable zone. They would see a planet almost exactly the size of Earth. They would write papers about its potential oceans. But we know the truth. Venus is a nightmare. It is a world where the air is thick enough to crush a submarine, where it rains sulfuric acid, and the surface is hot enough to melt lead. It is technically habitable by our current telescope definitions, yet it is the most hostile place in the solar system. When we point our telescopes at a distant star and announce an Earth-like planet, we are often celebrating the discovery of a furnace and calling it an oasis. The deeper we look, the more we realize that being in the right place is not enough. You can be in the right place and still be dead. But surely, among the trillions of stars, there must be a sun just like ours. A steady yellow star that provides just enough light without the fury? The reality is darker. Most stars in our galaxy are not like our sun. They are M-dwarfs, small, angry red embers that smolder in the dark. These red dwarfs make up 75% of the stars in the Milky Way. This is where we found Proxima Centauri b, our closest neighbor. To stay warm, a planet around a red dwarf must huddle incredibly close. It is a dangerous embrace. Because they are so close, these planets become tidally locked. One side is permanently glued to the star, baked in eternal day. The other side faces the infinite void, frozen in a night that never ends. Between the fire and the ice, there might be a thin strip of twilight, a ring of perpetual sunset where life could theoretically cling to the rocks. But red dwarfs are not peaceful. They are prone to violent tantrums, lashing out with flares hundreds of times more powerful than our sun. These bursts of radiation don't just give you a sunburn. They strip the atmosphere away. They sandblast the planet's surface until there is nothing left but bare, irradiated stone. The most common planets in the universe are not cradles. They are shooting galleries. When we look at the TRAPPIST-1 system, we see a beautiful clockwork of planets. But our newest telescopes are finding that they may have no air at all. They are shimmering, golden skulls, orbiting a dying fire. Assume we find a planet that isn't tidally locked, a planet with the right air and a stable star. Even then, we are ignoring the invisible shield that makes Earth possible, our magnetic field. Deep beneath our feet, a core of molten iron spins, creating a vast invisible cage that deflects the solar wind. Without it, our atmosphere would have leaked into space eons ago. We would be a dry red husk like Mars. To have this field, a planet needs a specific composition, a specific rotation, and a specific history. It needs a moon. Our moon is a cosmic anomaly. It is far too large for a planet our size, born from a collision so violent it nearly shattered the Earth. This moon stabilizes our tilt. It keeps the Earth from wobbling like a dying top. Without the moon, our seasons would be chaotic. The poles would flip toward the sun. The climate would swing from ice age to greenhouse in the blink of an eye. When we search for exoplanets, we cannot see moons. We cannot measure magnetic fields. We are looking at the skin of a planet and assuming it has a heart. We are looking at a statue and assuming it can breathe. We are beginning to realize that Earth is not just a planet that happens to have life. Earth is a planet meticulously tuned by 1,000,000,000 accidents. If you change even one variable, the music stops, the silence returns. We are searching for a symphony in a universe that only knows how to make noise. This leads us to a terrifying thought. Perhaps we haven't found a habitable planet because we are looking for the wrong thing. We are looking for a place where life can start. But what if the hard part is staying alive? Earth has been through 5 mass extinctions. It has been a snowball and a jungle. Each time, the only thing that saved it was the life already on it. Life on Earth doesn't just sit on the surface, it drives the bus. Plants created the oxygen we breathe. Microbes regulated the carbon cycle. Life created the conditions for life. It is a self-sustaining feedback loop that has run for 4 billion years. If you take a sterile, habitable planet and drop a single cell on it, it will likely die. Because a planet is not a home until life makes it one. This is the Gaian bottleneck. A planet might be habitable for a few 100 million years, but unless life can take control of the climate before the star changes or the atmosphere leaks, that planet is doomed. When we look at Kepler 442b, we see a planet that might have been habitable once, but without the constant work of a global biosphere, it is just a rock in the dark. We are looking for a finished house in a universe that only provides the raw lumber. The statistical probability of finding another Earth isn't just low. It might be 0. We live in an age of incredible discovery. We will find more planets with water vapor and organics. We will see headlines claiming we have found the one. But as the data trickles in, the mystery only deepens. We see trillions of stars, yet no signals. We see billions of worlds, yet no shadows of industry. We see a universe chemically capable of hosting life, but it remains hauntingly empty. It is uncomfortable to think we might be a cosmic accident. It is easier to believe the universe is teeming with friends. But what if the silence is the message? What if habitability is not a property of a planet, but a miracle? Perhaps we are not the first of many. Perhaps we are the only ones who made it through the eye of the needle. Tomorrow, when the sun rises, look at the sky again. Do not look at it as a map of places we will go. Look at it as a reminder of how lucky we are to be standing here on the only rock in the infinite dark that knows how to breathe. In a universe of 1,000,000,000,000 worlds, we have yet to find one that would love us back. In that realization, the Earth doesn't feel smaller. It feels like the most important thing in existence. The stars are beautiful, but they are cold. For now, the only warmth in the universe is right here, Between us, sleep well, knowing you are on the most impossible world of all. For now, we are the only ones awake in the dark, and maybe that is enough.